Coming up, a mother hit by gunfire while simply sitting in her home. The bullet, police say, wasn't meant for her.
Along with the heat, where and when we could see a shower or thunderstorm tonight.
And she's bringing a world of dance to the 5 boroughs. New York Live's here with how you can get moving in New York with the Emmy-winning host of Bare Feet. Hey friends, this is News 4 Now for May 31st. I'm Kay Ingram. All right, now to that first story. Luckily, that mom is recovering after surviving a bullet to the arm after she was shot while watching TV. Police tell us it all went down Sunday night on 128th Street in South Ozone Park, Queens. Now, we're told she was shot in the upper arm after bullets came right through her window. Law enforcement sources say 16 shell casings were found at the scene. Her son spoke to us, saying his heart is broken, but that he's glad his mom is going to be okay.
She first heard the shooting, and she realizes the house she's in. She said she leaned back a little, and one of the bullets was able to hit her.
Police tell us they don't believe she's the intended target. This comes as Mayor Eric Adams is meeting with 6 other mayors across the state to launch a 4-year plan to address gun violence, which couldn't have come at a better time, considering numbers are up and Gun Violence Awareness Month starts June 1st. Now to a rather strange story on Long Island. Nassau County Police are trying to find the guy in these pictures. Look familiar? Well, he's accused of attacking a 13-year-old on Sunday. Investigators say the man rode up to the boy, then crashed into him, knocked him to the ground, and attacked him with the bike for no apparent reason. Now, this happened around 12:30 in the afternoon in the parking lot of Newbridge Road Elementary School in Belmore. We're told the boy was left with swelling and bruising around his right eye and cuts on his legs and abdomen. And it was a subway scare on a busy travel day, all caused by this bizarre object. 7 train service was stopped briefly the afternoon of Memorial Day as police investigated a suspicious package at Grand Central Terminal. Now, the entire platform had to be evacuated. Investigators worked for nearly an hour to figure out if this device was actually dangerous. And the good news is, it wasn't. Still unclear, though, what it is or how it got here. All right, if you're looking to get away this summer, listen up. Apparently, getting a summer rental in the Hamptons won't be so tough this year, thanks to an unexpected chill in the market. After 2 years of strong demand and soaring prices, the supply of rentals has gone up. All right, so according to Miller Samuel, some owners are slashing prices by 30% or more just to fill their properties. Brokers say weaker demand is partly the result of more international travel.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Hanging on to some of that heat that we had today with temperatures climbing into the 90s. We'll still be close to that through the dinner hour with some humidity too. We've got 77 degrees by 10 o'clock. At that point, we could see a spotty shower or thunderstorm as skies stay mainly cloudy overnight. Looking at that closer, that storm chance and the shower chance, not everywhere, not all night long, but you can see just a spotty chance here and there into tomorrow morning as well. And then we get another round toward the afternoon where some of those could be on the strong side, so gusty winds and some heavy rain potentially. Otherwise, we start a little bit of that cool down and some of that humidity is taken out. 66 degrees for the low in the city. Will be in the upper 50s from Islip and Eastport, into the 50s for parts of the Hudson Valley, still hanging on to the 60s, Sussex, Clinton, and Monticello.
All right, friends, if you love to dance, New York, and traveling the world, get excited. New York Live caught up with an Emmy-winning TV host who danced her way around the city for the latest season of her show, Bare Feet. Watch this.
New York City is back, and so are we. Join me, Nikela Malazzi, for a brand new season of Bare Feet as I travel the world within the 5 boroughs of New York City, where you don't need a passport, just a Metro card.
We are huge fans of your Emmy Award-winning show, and now you're in your 5th season on PBS. Tell us about it.
So we were in lockdown, and as the vaccines were rolling out, I had this sense of urgency to tell the story of what's happening in the city, this like reawakening, this resurgence, this resilience. And so we thought, since we can't travel, why not travel the world within the 5 boroughs by just using your Metro card? We do Little Sri Lanka and Staten Island. We hit the Garifuna community in the Bronx, which is a population of 250,000 people of Central American and Caribbean roots. We go back to the roots of hip hop in the Bronx. We're showing the reopening of Broadway. It was an emotional time because we were locked up. We couldn't dance together. We couldn't touch each other. And then all of a sudden we could. Today, we are meeting with Lietis Echevarria of Afro Soul, and she's going to be giving us an Afro-Cuban dance class. We are at Alpha Omega Dance Studio here in the East Village, and this is Lietis Echevarria, and she's gonna lead us in an Afro Soul dance class
Yes,
today.
I'm so ready for it.
Well, first of all, tell us about Afro Soul. What is it?
Today we are going to do a little Orisha. Orisha are the representation of natural forces. Water, ocean, fire. So we're going to do in, 1, and 2. Now we're going to take it to our torso. In 4, 4. Now our hands goes beautiful.
Oh.
Incredible, so transformative, so beautiful. Michaela, thank you so much. Letha, thank you so much. This was amazing.
So climate change is giving our coastline a real beating. And now some odd-looking structures are being deployed to help protect our beaches from erosion. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Violetta Yas gives us a closer look at these interesting-looking beach balls.
Behind Playland Amusement Park in Rye, this peaceful stretch of the Long Island Sound is on a wild ride.
This is a really violent section of the coastline. Actually, where we're standing in right now would have probably been land about 15, 20 years ago.
Decades of tropical storms and hurricanes have battered the coast, eroding the shore, turning land to sea.
So that's why we really have to stabilize this now before we lose any more of the coastline.
To do that, to battle the impacts of climate change, Westchester County is investing $2 million in concrete structures that resemble giant wiffle balls. Reef balls, as they're known, serve as a first line of defense, slowing incoming waves while trapping sand and sediment against the shore.
Reef balls are modules that mimic the structure and function of natural reefs.
Originally designed to restore coral reefs in Florida, the structures have been deployed around the world to rebuild ocean habitats. Using them to fight erosion in the northeastern U.S. is a relatively new idea that's being pioneered up the coast from Rye in Stratford Point, Connecticut.
These reef balls are part of the pilot project. They've been around for about 10 years. You can see all of the greenery growing around them. There's a lot of sediment that's been deposited in front and also behind them. Some of them are actually starting to decompose too. Now, if you look back there, those are the newly installed reef balls. There's less greenery on them, but over time we'll see critters make a home there, and those are also expected to last anywhere from 10 to 20 years.
Biologist Jo Marie Kasanak is helping lead this project, which required major modifications.
Down in Florida, they don't have as harsh winters, they don't have freezing happening, so the reef balls here are reinforced with fiberglass rods that help make them a little bit more durable, as well as there is a unique concrete mixture inside of them that allows them to freeze and thaw with the expansion without having them just crack and fall apart immediately.
Kasanak and her research students monitor the reef balls closely and say the benefit is clear. They report a 30% decrease in wave intensity during storms, which has stopped erosion both behind and in front of the reef area. But those aren't the only benefits.
If you move it, you'll find snails and oysters and other organisms kind of hiding underneath.
Reef balls also invigorate sea life of all types as they're fully submerged during high tide, creating new habitats for marine life. Back in Rye, that's a key part of the vision for what will begin to take shape next year.
Shellfish like oysters and mussels will colonize the reef balls. Seaweed on them. You'll have fish using the inside of them as nurseries for themselves.
Behind that, along 750 feet of coastline will be wetlands and sand dunes, an entire ecosystem that benefits everything and everyone.
the economic impact and then just the recreational value of Long Island Sound draws in billions of dollars to the area. So it's important to protect the quality of Long Island Sound, and this project will help do that.
Violetta Yas, News 4 New York.
All right, fam, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.